Hey everybody, welcome back to a new video. So check this out. Just picked up the all new Samsung Galaxy Note 10 Plus, and this is the Aura Glow version with 256 gigabytes of storage. And it's still wrapped up in that plastic protective thingy. So let's go ahead and unbox this phone. And by the way, this video is going to be an unboxing video, so we'll check out all the accessories we get inside the box, and then we will get a first look at the phone and I'll tell you my first impressions. Now guys, before we start the video, if you like my content, make sure to subscribe to me on YouTube and hit that bell icon so that you can get notifications to my latest uploads. And do follow me on Instagram and on Facebook. All the links are down in the video description. So here we are, the Note 10 Plus. And by the way, this is the Exynos 9825 version with 12 gigabytes of RAM. I mean, think about it. Most laptops don't have 12 gigabytes of RAM. And 12 gigabytes of RAM and 256 gigabytes of storage on a smartphone. I mean, yeah, talk about crazy. So this is the packaging, Note 10 Plus. I've got the seal over here. And here are the specifications. Now, I'm not going to read through all this, but I'll just tell you very quickly. 6.8 inches of screen, Quad HD, Dynamic AMOLED. So they have changed the branding from the Note 9 Super AMOLED to Dynamic AMOLED. And yes, the screen supports HDR10 Plus. Then we've got a quad camera setup at the back. So here's my Note 9. On the Note 9 we have a telephoto camera and a regular camera. But on the Note 10 Plus we have 4 cameras at the back. I'll tell you more about the quad camera setup once we unbox the phone. Then this one comes with 12 gigabytes of RAM, 256 gigabytes of storage, Exynos 9825. If you buy this phone in the US and China, you get Snapdragon 855. Then we have 45 watt super fast charging, but you'll need to buy a super fast charging charger separately. Fast charging charger is supplied with the box. Then we have wireless power share and of course the IP68 water and dust resistant rating. Samsung has also upgraded the fingerprint scanner on the Note 10 Plus. So the Note 10 Plus now has an in-display fingerprint scanner, just like the Samsung S10 Plus. So this thing is now gone on the Note 10 Plus. Instead, we have a fingerprint scanner which is built into the display. It's more secure than these traditional fingerprint scanners. And lastly, you get a huge 4300 mAh battery on the Note 10 Plus. That is 300 milliamps more than in Note 9. So I'm expecting the battery life of the Note 10 Plus to be excellent. So let's go ahead and unbox this and see what we get inside. Alright, I've broken the seal. Let's pop the top cover off and see what we get inside. And I'm kind of excited to check out that Aura Glow color. And there we go. So just gonna flip this over. Oh man, look at that. That is beautiful. Check that out. Absolutely gorgeous. And it feels like it is about the same size as my Note 9. You know what? Let me grab my Note 9 and let's do a comparison. Yes, they haven't increased the size, but the screen size has gone up significantly. So a quick side-by-side comparison. Yeah, not much difference between these two. Alright, so I've got everything out on the table. Let's take a look at the accessories supplied with the Galaxy Note 10 Plus. Let's start off with the travel adapter or the charger. And this is Samsung EPTA800. Let me get up close so you can see. And this is the super fast charger. Now, accessories do depend on region to region, so Samsung might not supply a super fast charger in your country. I have been reading comments on the unboxing video for the Galaxy Note 9, and a lot of you guys commented that you did not get the case for the phone. Again, this is an accessory and it depends on the region, nothing to worry about. So again, we have a case, we have the SIM card ejection pin, we have a tweezer for removing the S Pen tips, and there are 2 extra tips inside if the one installed breaks. Then we have quick start guide, warranty card, and region lock guide. And no, this is not a locked phone. It just says you need to use an Indian SIM card and call for 5 minutes, and after that you can use SIM cards from other countries. And then we have the headphones, and by the way, these are USB Type-C headphones. And these headphones are fantastic. These are from AKG. Why USB Type-C? Because the Samsung Note 10 Plus does not have a headphone jack. Yes, even Samsung has got rid of the headphone jack. So can't do anything about it. The headphone jack is a dying breed. You really can't do anything about it. And then we have a USB Type-C to USB Type-C cable. So this one has USB Type-C on both its ends, most probably because the adapter also has USB Type-C. And lastly, we have some extra earbuds. Something feels incomplete. Did I miss out on anything? Because something is missing over here. Oh wait, this accessory is missing. So Samsung did not supply a USB Type-C to 3.5mm adapter, and this adapter came with my Samsung Galaxy Tab S5e. It did not come with the Note 10 Plus. You know, when you're buying such an expensive phone, a little accessory inside the box like this, which has a ton of utility, makes a lot of difference to the buyer's experience. Come on Samsung, you could have included this. So yes, these are all the accessories that come with the Note 10 Plus. Let me clean all this up and then we'll take a look at the physical features of the phone. And I'm just gonna take this plastic protector off just because I don't want this thing interfering. So here we go. So now let's take a look at the Note 10 Plus in more detail. Let's start from the back. The back is made up of Gorilla Glass, not sure which Gorilla Glass this is, but the back of the phone and the front of the phone both are protected by Gorilla Glass. Then this is the psychedelic Aura Glow color, and over here we have 4 cameras. 3 cameras are accessible to the user, and this over here, the middle camera, this one is your depth sensing camera or time of flight camera. This is your flash. Now coming to cameras that are accessible to the user, the top one is the ultra wide angle camera, and this one is 16 megapixel. The middle camera is the main camera, 12 megapixel camera. This one is also optically stabilized, and this one also has a variable aperture, so you can switch between f1.5 for low light shots and f2.4. The bottom camera is the telephoto camera or the zoom camera. This one is also 12 megapixel, and this one also has optical image stabilization. So both these cameras are optically stabilized. The ultra wide angle does not have autofocus, by the way, and it's not optically stabilized, but you don't need optical stabilization or autofocus on the ultra wide angle camera, as I have seen with my Galaxy S10 Plus. I'm not sure what this is. It looks like some kind of a light sensor. So that is the back of the phone, and you can see this thing is a fingerprint magnet. You keep your finger on here, it's going to leave a mark, so better use the case that is provided in the box. So let's move on to the front. So we have 6.7 inches worth of screen real estate. Then we have a punch hole camera, and yes, this is one of those in-screen cameras, and this is 10 megapixel, also has autofocus. Then somewhere over here we have the ultrasonic fingerprint scanner, which I will show you when we turn the phone on. And you don't see the top grill, but this phone does have stereo speakers, so there's a tiny grill over here if you pay close attention. So there is a slight opening on the top, and you see this thing, and this apparently is the vent for the top speaker. So curious to check that out later on when we power the phone on. Then we have the SIM card and micro SD card tray. That's your secondary microphone. Let's move on to the bottom of the phone. We have the USB Type-C port. We have the bottom speaker, which also plays the lower frequencies. Then we have the S Pen. And this here, Samsung has also upgraded the S Pen compared to the Note 9. I think this one also has an accelerometer, so I'm kind of curious to check that out. But yeah, other features remain the same. This is a Bluetooth enabled S Pen. It has a little super capacitor inside, and it charges when you insert the S Pen into your phone. One thing I have noticed is that the power button is gone from the right side of the phone. So previously we had a power button on the right side of the phone, now it's gone. So the Bixby button is now the power button, which is good because I usually hold my phone with my left hand, and my right hand usually has the stylus like this. So my left hand thumb is always resting on the power button or the volume buttons. So let me just insert my SIM card into this phone. We'll turn the phone on, set it up, and then I will give you a brief tour of the software. The SIM card tray on the Note 10 Plus is a hybrid SIM card tray. So you can either use 2 SIM cards, or you can use one micro SD card and use a single SIM card. And what I'm gonna do is pop in a 256 gigabyte micro SD card and use a single SIM card, and that will bring the storage of my Note 10 Plus to 512 gigabytes. Okay, so the SIM card is in there. Just press the Bixby button, the power button, and here we go. Okay, so I'm gonna set my phone up and I will be right back. So I have finished setting up the phone, and I've also registered my fingerprints so that I can show you the ultrasonic fingerprint scanner in action. Okay, so now I'm gonna unlock the phone. Just gonna tap over here, and bam, the phone unlocks. Let's do that once again, and bam. It's actually fairly quick. See that? It works every time. So this is your home screen, and this is straight out of the box. I have not customized anything. I have not installed any apps. The only thing I have done is I've updated all the pre-installed apps. So this is completely stock. Let me show you what all apps are installed. open up the app drawer, and that's pretty much it. So we've got Samsung Global Goals, so that's a bloatware. I'm gonna uninstall that. Netflix, then Google Apps, Samsung Apps. So that's a step in right direction. I'm glad that Samsung is not including much bloatware on the phone. But I'm gonna uninstall Netflix because I don't really watch movies on my phone. I've got tablet for that. So we have a disable option over here, and you can go ahead and disable the app. I'm gonna uninstall this one. And that's how you can uninstall apps, and you can also uninstall Samsung Internet Browser if you wish to do so. So all of these apps can be uninstalled. I'm gonna make a video where I show you how to customize the phone, but right now I'm gonna leave it as it is. Let's take out the S Pen, and it opens up this air command, shows you the battery over here, and create a note, and then you have all the good stuff over here. Also with the Note 10 Plus, now you have the ability to convert your handwritten notes into plain text. Watch this. So I'll just put the phone to sleep, and I will take a note in screen off memo. So when the screen is turned off, you take the S Pen out, the phone activates a feature called screen off memo, and you can write something over here. So let's write something. So I've taken a note. I'm going to save this, and now it's saved in Samsung Notes. So let's go ahead and unlock the phone. Let's go to Samsung Notes, view all notes, and this is the note that I took in screen off memo. So let's select this, and over here you have this little T icon. If you tap on that, it will convert your handwritten notes into plain text, and then you can just go ahead and copy this. It's now copied to clipboard, and then you can paste it wherever you want. So a very useful feature. It will convert all your handwritten notes into plain text. And by the way, I've written today in caps. The phone recognizes that I have written today in caps, and it has capitalized those letters. Now let's move on to the camera of the Note 10 Plus. So here we've got 3 camera modes. This is wide angle, ultra wide angle, and then telephoto. Another new feature on the Note 10 Plus is air actions on the S Pen, and you can use these air actions or S Pen gestures in several apps. One of them is camera. So let me try and demonstrate to you what I'm trying to talk about here. So let's tap over here, and here you can see some air actions for the camera. So single press on the button to take a picture, double tap to switch cameras, front or back. Then next up we have gestures. If I flip the S Pen up like this, it switches the camera. And by the way, you have to press the button and then flick. Press and flick the S Pen like this for previous camera mode. Press and flick like this for the next camera mode. And then if you do this, it's going to zoom in and zoom out if you do this. So let me just try and show you guys how this works. So press and hold the button on the S Pen. So there you go. It changes the camera mode. So watch this. If I want to bring it back to photo, I'll just press and hold the button on the S Pen. See, it's back to photo. And if I want to switch to video, press and hold the button. And bam, there you go. It's actually fairly easy. Watch this. You don't even have to flick it too hard. So let's switch to front facing camera. And there you go. I finally got the hang of this thing. Video mode, photo mode, and we are back to the rear camera. So let's try and zoom in. Press and hold. There you go. So you have to do that full circle, then it zooms in. Press and hold. Should zoom out. And there you go. You have to press the button and hold it there, and then the camera mode will change. So this is great. This will come in very handy for taking selfies. Very impressive, Samsung. Thumbs up for this. And we have video, and then a new feature we have here is called live focus video. So you can create a bokeh effect in the video, which is awesome. I mean, all of these features are new to the Samsung Note 10 Plus. We don't have these. We don't have live focus video on the S10 Plus. So right now this is exclusive to the Note 10 Plus. So let's switch to front facing camera. You can see that little ring of light over there. So this is our front facing camera. Let's zoom out a little bit. I think it's a fairly wide angle camera. Let's change the aspect ratio to full. Yeah, it's a fairly decent camera. Good color reproduction. But then you also have live focus video for the front facing camera, which is great. Take photo, live focus, and night mode for the front facing camera. I haven't seen this before, so that's great. So we are here in the gallery, and let me show you quickly the S Pen gestures also work in the gallery. So single press next item, double press previous item. If you do this, details, next item, previous item, and this does nothing. So let's quickly try it out. So let's open an image, press and do this. Oh yeah, look at this. I think this will come very handy while you're doing PowerPoint presentations. Again, if I flick up, it will open the details. And this picture was taken by the S9 Plus. Let's go back. So this is how it works. This feature is very intuitive, and I can see many uses of this S Pen gestures. Now coming to that punch hole camera, which is right over here. To be honest, I don't think this is intrusive at all. I mean, most of the times you are kind of focused on this part of the screen, and 16:9 videos look somewhat like this, so the camera cutout doesn't really matter if you're playing back 16:9 videos, which is most of the content online. So if I do crop to fit, then you can see this part of the screen gets utilized. And I don't really see this as a problem because number one, the camera cutout is tiny, especially compared to Galaxy S10 Plus. This camera cutout is tiny. So this is how video playback looks on the Note 10 Plus, and by the way, this display, gorgeous, beautiful display. Accurate colors, amazing brightness, after all it's an AMOLED display, supports HDR10 Plus. And the video which is being played back right now, this is a 4K 60 FPS video, so that's why there are a lot of details in the video. But yes, this camera cutout does not bother me. And by the way, this display is called Infinity O display. So yes, that's what Samsung is calling it. So the Note 10 Plus has a dual speaker setup. One speaker is here in the bottom. The top speaker is somewhere over here, and yes, there's a little bit of cutout. What I was told in the Samsung store is that the screen vibrates and the screen produces sound, but no, that is not true. I checked with GSM Arena, and apparently there's a small tiny grill over here, and that opening is for the top speaker. Let's increase the volume. Thumbs up, quite loud. I love the sound quality of this phone. Let's increase the sound to maximum. Yeah, it's quite loud. You know what? Let's try this thing. So yes, there's a cutout over here. I can actually feel the sound is coming from somewhere over here. Oh, and one last thing guys, there is no notification LED on the Note 10 Plus, and this is something most reviewers won't tell you. So keep in mind, there is no notification LED on the Note 10 Plus. The Note 9 has a notification LED over here. So the Note 10 Plus does not have it. Instead, to see notifications, you will have to rely on the always on display. So at least you have that. So guys, that brings us to the end of this first impression video for the Samsung Galaxy Note 10 Plus. And I think Samsung Note 10 Plus is probably Samsung's most premium looking smartphone up to date. Yeah, the build quality of the Note 10 Plus is fantastic. We've got glass on either side of an aluminum frame, and trust me, when you hold this phone in your hand, it feels like a premium expensive device. And if I have to sum up my first impressions about this phone in 1 or 2 words, I would say awesome is back. Yes, this phone is epic. Always loved Samsung Note series. It's sort of a no compromise series. It has everything that you need. But this year, sadly, Samsung has removed the headphone jack. And looks like every brand is removing headphone jacks from their phone. And that's where the mobile industry is going. There's really nothing you can do about it. All you can do is thank Apple for the trend. And I think in 2020 even more phones are going to lose the headphone jack for USB-C audio. There's really nothing you can do about it but to just start living without the headphone jack. So guys, thank you for watching. If you've enjoyed watching this video, do press the thumbs up button. And yes, do check out more videos on the Samsung Note 10 Plus. I will be uploading them very soon. So yes, thank you for watching. Do stay tuned for more videos like these, and I will see you guys next time.